Yo, 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 yo. Damn. All right. Good morning. Good morning. I realized I had a bunch of shit unplugged. You know. How's it going this morning, guys? How's it going this morning, everyone? Everybody get a good start to the day. Just want to check some audio quality real quick because I don't know if you guys noticed, but last night when we did that charged up episode, the whole time my mic wasn't working for some reason, and it had something to do with my interface. I don't know why it wasn't working with the computer, but I just want to I just want to check and make sure real quick that this shit is working this time. I, I want to check and make sure real quick that this shit is working this time. I'm still not even completely sure that this shit is working. I'm still not even completely sure that this shit is working. I don't know. Shit sounds fine to me. Fuck it. If it ain't, it ain't. Get here good enough. Fuck it. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you, brother. Good morning, Dylan. You was on the charged up last night, and you're on the morning brew this morning. Dedication. Y'all can learn a lot from Dylan. Y'all can learn a lot from Dylan. But I'm trying to get these colors popping. But what's going on, man? What's going on this morning? What are you guys up to? You guys at work? You at home for the podcast? What's going on, man? I got the green tea popping, man. Big green tea. Big green tea to start the morning. You know, I've come to like tea a little more, specifically green tea. I've come to like it a little more than coffee because it doesn't have as much caffeine in it. So it's like that perfect amount of caffeine. And yeah, it works for me. And these are honey sticks. If you guys are on Amazon and you like tea, I highly recommend getting some of these honey sticks because it makes it real convenient if you're on the go and you want to have some honey to put in your tea. These honey sticks are very convenient. And then after you squirt the honey in your tea, you can use it as a fucking stir straw so you ain't got to dirty up no fucking spoons or nothing like that. And like I said, they're good for on the go. You know, it's better than carrying around a whole bottle of fucking honey every time you have a cup of tea to stir in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's convenient. It works. Works for me. Works for me, and I'm sure it'll work for you. What's going on, y'all? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Did want to come on here and say a few things this morning. Um, if you want to get on the Morning Brew podcast, please reach out and let me know. First of all, and also with the Charged Up podcast, I mean, some of you guys got different styles. You know, you guys enjoy different types of things. I'm sure by now you guys have got a vibe for what we do on the Morning Brew and what we do on the Charged Up podcast. So if you want to be on either one of those, just reach out and let me know. I don't turn nobody down. You know, I don't never tell nobody no, you can't get on here because you don't bring enough to the table or no shit like that. Like if you want to get on here and talk, just let me know. Also, man, just wanted to tell you guys, like, don't beat yourself up today about shit. You know, don't wake up, not just today, any day. Don't wake up and beat yourself up about shit. Okay. Because a lot of people do it. And it's real easy to get down on yourself and it's real easy to be hard on yourself. But the world's already going to do that enough. You know, the world's already going to beat you up enough. The world's already going to tear you down, break you down, and all this and that. So no matter what situation you're in right now, whether you're struggling financially, the money will come. Don't worry, the money will come. If you're struggling, if you lost your job, you're struggling to find a job, don't worry, the opportunities will come. They always do. So just try to be as optimistic as possible And like I said, don't beat yourself up. The world is, trust me, the world is going to do that enough for you. The world is going to beat you up. So you don't need to add on top of it. Don't beat yourself up. The world's already going to do that. Like I said, if you're struggling financially, the money's going to come. If you can't find a job, the opportunities will come. If you feel like you should be doing something more with your life, but you just can't figure out what it is, don't worry. Look to God, do some self-reflection. Eventually it's going to come to you, man. What's meant for you is always going to come to you. So just keep that in mind. Anytime you wake up and you're feeling kind of down on yourself and you're beating yourself up, thinking that you should be doing more at this point in your life, just remember it's all going to come in due time. So just keep that in mind, man. I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys that, especially because I know how hard it can be sometimes, because we are people and we are exposed to a lot. We are exposed to a lot that goes on in the world. And I mean, especially at this time in the world, because the world is so out of sync right now, and there's so much shit going on. It's real easy to get on social media and get depressed because it seems like everything that you see on there is just bad shit. But just try to keep a clear head and try to stay focused and be as positive as you can, man. Like I said, we only get so long to enjoy this life, so you might as well try to enjoy it to the fullest. So don't get all worked up about the little shit. Don't beat yourself up about, not being as successful as the next person, man. It'll all come to you in due time. Just keep on grinding, keep on staying focused, and it'll all come to you. But I did want to tell you guys that we are going to have a special guest on here. May 14th, I believe, is the day that we locked in. And we are going to have Mr. Sean Fascione. We will have Mr. Sean Fascione from, well, I'm not going to even say from, because he's from Marion, He's from Marion. I'm sure a lot of you know who he is. He's from Marion, but now he's down at LSU as an assistant development coach for the LSU football team, which is awesome. So definitely wanted to get him on the Morning Brew. It might be the Morning Brew, it might be the Charge Up podcast. I'm not completely sure yet, but I just know that we locked him in for May 14th last night. So that's when he'll be up here, and we'll get him on the Morning Brew if that's what he wants to get on. And I don't know if it'll be a live show or if we'll do it a pre-recorded show, but we're going to go over to Connect Coworks and do it. So go ahead and mark that on your calendar if you're one of the people that are interested in seeing what Sean has to say. And he'll be on here May 14th, a month from now. So make sure you tune in to that episode. It's going to be a good episode. I'm sure he's got a lot of interesting things to talk about with his experience down there at LSU, being part of the football program and everything like that. And I'm curious to hear what his experience has been like and dealing with that transition from Marion, Ohio to Baton Rouge, and Bio boys, like Sebastian said. I got a brother who's coaching in Baton Rouge with the Bio boys. Yeah, so excited to have him on, man. I haven't talked to Sean in a while, so definitely want to see how he's doing. If you guys prefer it be live because you want to talk to him too, let me know. If not, it might be pre-recorded. I'm not sure yet. I do want it to be super official though. And like I said, we did the Charged Up episode last night, and I realized that my mic, for some reason, and it wasn't even my fault this time. Like, all the settings were good. The mic was plugged in. For some reason, my interface was not getting the microphone signal through to the recording, so it just wasn't working. But hopefully it's fixed now, and we're back on track. But like I said, man, May 14th, Sean Fascione, assistant development coach at LSU, is going to be coming up and getting on the podcast. So make sure you guys tune into that, man. It's gonna be a good episode. I already know every time me and him get together, it's always good conversation. And I ain't seen him in a while, so I'm curious to see how he's doing. So May 14th, y'all. So what's new in the world, man? What's new in the world? What has really piqued your guys' interest in the world right now? Because I know there's so much going on right now with the whole Iran, and I can't even keep up with the countries over there dropping bombs on each other, and just everything, just everything. The shit gets overwhelming, really, because I do get on Twitter. I do get on Twitter to scroll because it does have a lot of interesting stuff that I can bring up on the show, but at the same time, it does get overwhelming, and it's real easy to get depressed when you look at something and all it's talking about is bad shit. So, Sebastian, what are you doing this morning, man? You out on patrol or what? Yeah, man, I gotta get that music video out that Sebastian recorded. But at the same time, I'm trying to get these weddings out too, man. It's just hard. Like I said though, man, you just gotta be optimistic. It's really hard to get down on yourself. Dylan said all good things come in time. And it's true, man. It's real easy to get down on yourself and feel like you should be doing more than what you're doing at this time. But as long as you put in the work, everything else will follow. So don't even think about tomorrow. And I know there is something in the Bible that says something like that, like don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself or something like that. I got to look at it again. I don't have that shit memorized, but we're gonna try. I got me my first plant, y'all. I got me my first plant. Look at that pretty ass. Look at that pretty shit. I don't know nothing about it, but we're gonna make it work though. We're gonna make it work. And this is one of those ZZ plants. This is one of those ZZ plants. If you guys didn't know, because I didn't know, when I was looking to get some plants to put in here, which does complement the whole area real nice. When I was looking for plants to put in here, I asked for recommendations because I didn't know what plants were best for inside that didn't need a lot of sunlight. And they said ZZ plants, snake plants, and Plothos, I think is what they said. Is what it's called. So yeah, if you guys want to get some indoor plants to because it's a filtration. It filters the air too. These plants apparently filter the air too, which I thought all plants did because they take in. I thought all plants took in carbon dioxide and put oxygen back out, but apparently this was something that they emphasized on the tag of this plant that it was a air filtration plant or whatever the fuck you might want to call it. But hey, I like the way it looks. Complements the area real nice. So if you guys want to get a plant for indoors, it's easy to take care of. Doesn't need a lot of sunlight. ZZ plants, snake plants, and Plothos. And this is a ZZ plant. And I just like the way it looks, man. I like the way it looks. And this one came with an easy watering system. Like it's got a wick in the bottom of it. So you just fill the fucking thing with water and the wick slowly brings water up to the plant whenever it needs to. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Joseph said, damn, man, going. Motherfuckers can't wait to go at each other, man. Motherfuckers can't wait to go at each other's neck. Joseph said Sebastian's at Krispy Kreme right now for them donuts. Man, they had to pull Sebastian in the office and ask him why he ain't pulled nobody over in 3 weeks. It's because Kroger finally got them Krispy Kremes. Iran and Israel intense tensions. Yeah, I seen a lot of fucking missiles getting shot off, but they said like 90% of them were intercepted. So I don't know. I don't know how much of an effect it's actually having over there if 90% of them are getting affected. But I mean, I don't even want 10% of missiles hitting over here. So they kick that shit over there. But I don't know why the motherfuckers are constantly fighting over there. Like they've always got something to fight about. It's like y'all can't never just chill and kick it. Damn. Always over there fighting about some shit, bro. Savages. The devil working. Wow. The devil working overtime, boy. The devil's working overtime. I ain't gonna lie though. That shit was clutch. Kroger getting them Krispy Kremes like that though, because them just regular glazed. Them bitches be smacking, boy. You can't eat just one neither, because you take a bite and they just melt in your mouth but that's the thing. Like, what kind of religion do they got? Because I'm not sure. I'm not positive, but I don't think most religions tell you to go kill somebody else because they don't believe in your religion. So what kind of religion do they got over there that is causing them to fight over shit? Like, No, they go stupid. I know they go stupid. And Krispy Kreme was crazy, bro. Well, it's different too. Like if you go to the actual Krispy Kreme store, like go through the drive-thru and you get them glazed bitches, you get them glazed shits fresh off the press, boy. Them things is different. Now, when they're at Kroger, like they've sat there for a little bit. They're still good. Don't get me wrong, but they've sat there for a little bit. If you go to an actual Krispy Kreme store, they got one in Players, and you go through the drive-thru and get them bitches fresh off the press. That's a different thing, right there. That's a different thing. Now we're talking about glory. We're talking about godly things right there. Yo, Bash about to keep McDonald's open when the Krispy Kreme gets in stock. Yeah, that's it. That is crazy. McDonald's is bringing Krispy Kremes in too. Like that just they really don't give a fuck about nobody's health with that. Because it's gonna be hard to go through there and get some McDonald's without getting a donut on top of it. Once they bring the Krispy Kremes through. But hey, Dylan, I'm curious about that Israel Iran shit, man. Because just just imagine people over here killing each other because they believed in a different religion. I'm curious to know what their religion says they should do. Like the fact that they're literally blowing each other up because they don't believe in the same shit. That's wild. I'm not 100% on which religions are fighting over everything, but it's all about the Holy Land and who is superior. That's that. See, that's that toxic masculinity motherfuckers we talk about. Because I always had differing opinions on that shit because you will have some men say that toxic masculinity isn't a thing. Why does masculinity have to be toxic? And that's why right there. Because I bet you there ain't no women over there shooting bombs at nobody over the Holy Land and who is superior. This is definitely men, and it's because they're trying to be superior. They're oh you don't want to do what I want to do, or you don't believe in what I want to believe in, then I'm gonna fucking blow you up, and then everybody's gonna be dead, and then what gets solved then? You know, you're shooting fucking missiles at each other, and everybody's dead in the end, and nobody's getting what they wanted. Shit, it's just stupid shit. Now I wonder how much of that has to do with lack of education or lack of fucking teaching, or I don't know. The women they use for suicidal bombers. But I bet 98, 99% of the time it's the men's idea to make them suicidal bombers, and they probably persuade them into doing it. But I really don't ever see women starting big tensions like that or fucking. It's when they use young kids as barricades. That's what kills me inside. Yeah, yeah. I won't ever understand it. I won't ever understand. I will never understand how views differentiate between here and over there so much. Like stuff that we just know as common knowledge shouldn't be done. They think is perfectly fine. And I mean, it probably does have to do with what they believe as far as religion and what they are allowed to do or what is okay to do based on their religion. I mean, over here, uh, every religion that I know of is peaceful. It always speaks on peace and being slow to anger and love and all this and that. And as far as that shit over there, like they're doing the complete opposite. And you guys seen the shit in Haiti where they were eating people and all this and that. And it's just like those people are different, and that really like makes you think, like, man, like they're so far gone. It's just a completely different type of people over there. And they're so far gone, it's like they've never, I don't know. When I was over in Iraq, the striker unit that was with us used a kid to throw a stick of dynamite on the striker. Luckily, nothing went off and the kid stayed alive. Yeah, you gotta be a pretty fucked up person to strap some dynamite or to send a kid out with some dynamite to throw at somebody and risk his life, because then you guys are put in a situation where it's either you shoot the kid or you let the kid come and blow you up. So it's like, and obviously you got to save yourself in that situation. But fuck, man, how does a person ever get to the point where they're like, yeah, let me send this kid out with a stick of dynamite and sacrifice him for me? Like that has to be the lowest form of human being. Like, what kind of man are you if you're willing to sacrifice women and children to give you what you want as a man. If you want something as a man, then you should go out and risk your life and blow your ass and blow yourself up to get what you want. But don't sacrifice the women and children for your fucking agenda. That's the lowest form of human, though, man. I can't understand that mindset. But at the same time, it's like they've probably never been introduced to the Holy Bible or Christianity or anything like that, or those views. So they're just like lost in the dark. They're completely living off fucking survival instincts, I guess you could call it. And they're willing to sacrifice any and everything, anybody and anything to get what they want. It's fucked up, man. It's a fucked up way of thinking. It's crazy, for real. So to me, using something else to defend yourself, the wife or young kid, that's coward. Yeah. And I mean, I can't even wrap my mind around it or try to come up with some reasoning for why they do it. But it's not like it's just a few of them. Like it seems like it's so many of them that do that shit over there. And like you said, if they're fighting over religion, then what in your religion is telling you that this shit is okay to do? Because I'm pretty damn certain everybody over here knows that that is not okay shit to do. So I'm not sure that I would be defending a religion like that or trying to prove that it was a superior religion if it was telling me to blow up my wife and children to give me what I want. It's not. I don't see how anybody could follow that religion and not think anything was wrong with it. Like I said on the herd, once they found out that our weakness was, what our weakness was, which was kids, they started using them heavy against us. Then basically, that's how rules of engagement came into play. Yeah, and I mean that's sick that they were trying to take advantage of that because it's one thing to shoot and kill another grown man that's threatening your life. It's another thing to shoot and kill this kid that you know is doing this and probably doesn't want to do it, or doesn't understand what they're doing. Because I mean, depending on how young or old the kid is, they might not understand that. Like, they go out here with this fucking stick, which they might not even know is supposed to blow up. If they go out here with this shit, they might not even know that you'll shoot them for coming towards you, or that could potentially blow them up. They probably don't even know, man. They probably it's because you know how I mean you got parents making, and I hope there ain't no kids watching the show. You got parents convincing their kids that there's a Santa Claus. You got parents convincing their kids that there's a tooth fairy. So it's easy for them to convince these kids that what they're doing is safe and they're going to be okay probably, which is sad because they're getting caught completely off guard at that point probably. So I mean, just imagine you're a little ass kid and you trust your parent more than anybody in the fucking world. I would think you probably trust your parent more than anybody in the world. You think they love you and they want what's best for you, and then they send you out here and they say, "Oh, yeah, go do this for us and it'll be fun," or whatever. However, they try to persuade the kid to do it, and then the kid goes out there and gets blindsided, gets shot or blown up, and it's like, man, that's fucked up shit. It's a fucked up shit, and that really just shows you the evil in the world because that's downright evil. I couldn't imagine being face to face with a kid and have to choose whose life is worth to take. Yeah, and especially the fact that that kid probably, if the kid knew what could happen, the kid probably wouldn't want to do it. So that would be the biggest conflict in my mind is knowing that this kid was probably sent out by his father or mother, and knowing that this kid didn't fully comprehend what he was doing or what the consequences of what he was doing could be, and you happening to take his life to save your own, knowing that he probably wouldn't have wanted to do that in the first place if he would have known what was really going on. That'd be hard to sleep with. That would be hard to sleep with, I would imagine. So I don't know, man. That's tough. The kids' parents are like news in America, feeding them are like news. Okay, the kids' parents are like news in America, feeding them and forcing them into believing everything they said. Yeah. And that's real easy to do when it comes to parents and their kids, man. I mean, like I said, regular parents over here and everything like that, it's real easy. You just think about how easy it is to convince your kids to believe in certain things, whether it's fictional or whether it's political type things. It's real easy to influence your kids and persuade them into doing things that you want them to do, especially if you're their parent and you're somebody that they trust a lot, you know? Because I mean, no kid is going to sit there and believe that their parents would actually risk their life or blow them up. I mean, as kids, I think that you want to believe like my parents love me and they want what's best for me. So when they send you out there with that fucking dynamite or whatever kind of explosive it may be, they've probably persuaded them into thinking that it's all going to be okay, you know. And then before you know it, it's over. I won't lie, I had to take out a handful of kids. Yeah, see, I mean, it probably depends on the person and it probably depends on the situation. That's something that, and I'm not saying what you did was wrong by any means. Like you put in a situation like that. I mean, nobody can say what they would do until they're put in a situation like that. But that would be hard for me to sleep with for sure. And I'm not, I'm not so sure that I would want to be alive if I had to live with that. But at the same time, I also wouldn't want to leave my family behind because I was put in that situation. And I think God, yeah, it's a no win situation. I mean, there's no win either. I mean, you got to think about your family grieving because you never came back, or you got to think about the fact that you just killed that kid. It's not There's no win in it. And I think that God understands that you're not the evil person in this. It's the person that sent the kid out. That is the evil that's at work there. It's the person that sent the kid out with the explosive. The kid's not the bad person in this situation. You're not the bad person in this situation. It's the person that put you both in this situation and made you choose which was more important. So, and that's just one of those things, man. But I think God knows all that. You know, I think God understands things like that. I mean, he has to. He has to because it's a fucked up situation, man. Fucked up situation. He knows as much as we do that evil exists, and you can only work within so many. You can only work with it as much as you can. They brainwash them. Even the male figure brainwashed the mother also. Oh yeah, I mean, you see, I mean, you see over here, it's real easy for men. Like men, you see it with men over here all the time. Like men brainwash women. Like they have them do what they want them to do. Like they scare them into doing what they. You see men over here in America all the time brainwashing women. Like women just completely act out of character when they get with certain men. They throw all their values and their morals out the window, and it's that narcissistic shit, you know. But over there, it's a whole nother level because you're talking about life and death, you know. So yeah, it's fucked up, man. Fucked up. Military men and women are put in an extremely tough position, and to make that choice is beyond a pain anyone should have to endure and will forever live with. Yeah, yeah. But you gotta, like I was saying this morning, man. I started off this morning, and this conversation kind of went that direction anyway. You can't beat yourself up about shit. The world's gonna do that enough. You had to make an impossible decision. You decided to save the lives of your people and make it back home to your family. And it just so happened that you had to take that child's life, but you wasn't the one that decided that. It was the person that sent that child out that decided that. So the burden of that sin can be put on whoever sent that child out with that explosive device. I mean, yeah, it's an impossible decision. Like I said, it's an impossible decision. There's no, there's no other option at that point, you know. But yeah, it's tough. It's just a different world over there, man. It's a different world over there, and they're fucked up. They're down bad, and I don't know how they ever got to that point. I don't understand their way of thinking, and I don't know if it has to do with their religion or what. But it's just I don't know how people got to that point mentally over there where they're just okay with doing some of the shit that they do over there. It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, but I'm glad. I mean, that's the type of shit that really does make you appreciate what we got going on over here. Because I mean, we'll have some fucked up shit going on. We have some fucked up shit going on over here, but it doesn't like with the mass shootings and everything like that. But it's like it seems few and far between. Like it seems more prominent because we got social media so much now. So it's like it gets highlighted so much more. But I feel like all the real fucked up shit is like few and far between over here. And then over there, it's just like every day, it's way of life. Like I gotta go, but have a great and blessed Monday. You also, Dylan, have a good day. Rest of your week. We'll be on the rest of the week though, so I'll probably talk to you. Um, but yeah, just the like it's very few and far between that you see fucked up shit over here, and it just seems like it's a regular everyday thing over there. Like you'll have the mass shootings, but it's like every once in a while. And I mean, you're always going to have those bad apples out of so many, that have just lost their shit and they're looking for a way to go viral, whether that's killing a bunch of people or not. And then like the fucking, I mean, like and I don't even want to talk about it again because I feel like we talked about it so much, like the P Diddy shit and all this and that. But it's like this, it's every day over there, and like with the Haiti shit where you got people eating other people. Like I ain't never heard of no fucking cannibals over here in the United States. I ain't never heard of no people eating other people. And I mean, it's not saying it hasn't happened. It probably has happened, but not like it was just a normal thing that people were embracing. Like that motherfucker over there in Haiti that was eating people, like everyone around him was also like if you were over here eating people and everybody around you is gonna look at you fucking crazy. He was over there eating people and they gave him a nickname that was barbecue and they were all surrounding him, laughing and recording, thinking it was just a cool ass thing to do. And it's just I don't know, man. It's sick. It's sick over there and I mean that's probably why they're so like plagued with the diseases and shit over there and everything like that, because they just don't give a fuck. Like they're just running rampant, doing whatever the fuck they want over there. And yeah, but I mean, Joseph, then this goes to you and everybody else with maybe not similar situations, but just in general, like don't beat yourself up about it, man. Like I got on here and said, the world's gonna do that enough. So don't add to it. Don't beat yourself up about shit, whether it's that specific situation that you dealt with, whether it's just the everyday person that is struggling financially or they're struggling to find a new job or they don't know how they're going to pay their rent this month. And just be as optimistic as possible. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't get depressed and down on yourself because things aren't going perfect right now. Eventually the money will come, the opportunities will come, the peace will come. You know what I'm saying? So just keep your head on straight, look forward and focus on the good things in life. Because I've noticed with like me specifically, like it's always a lot easier to get through what's going on in your life if you have something to look forward to. So like make plans in the future, set dates, buy tickets to events, make reservations to a restaurant. Give yourself something in the future to look forward to. If you're going through a tough time right now, give yourself something in the future to look forward to. Set a goal to get a car that you always wanted, set come up with an idea to start something that you've always wanted to do. Say you wanted to do a podcast, you know, you might not have none of the equipment right now to do the podcast, but if you're going through a hard time right now, think about start getting on the internet and taking notes of all the stuff that you want to get for your podcast or whatever it may be. But the best way that I have found to deal with what you're going through in life right now, when you're feeling depressed and you're down on yourself, come up with things to look forward to. Whether it's buying tickets to a concert, whether it's making reservations with your girl to a nice restaurant, whatever it is, or doing that new hobby that you want to do and getting online and making a wish list of all the things that you want to get to make it work. Whatever it is, make sure that you give yourself something in the future to look forward to, because it's real easy to go through the bad shit now if you have something that helps you be optimistic about the future or gives you hope about the future. Like it's because that makes you think like, yeah, it's fucked up now, but eventually I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be able to do this thing that I really enjoy, or go do this with this person that I really love. You know what I mean? So just being optimistic and looking forward to the future and just knowing that hard times don't last. It's only gonna last for so long, and then eventually that money and the opportunity is gonna come, and then you're going to be in a good situation. But then don't get complacent either, because that's what a lot of people do. They're in fucked up situations. They're struggling financially, they're struggling mentally and everything like that. And then they finally get on their feet, they get a good job, you know what I'm saying? Get them a little bit of cash, and then they get complacent. And then that's why they end up back to square one. You gotta keep that healthy medium of embracing the good, but also remembering that it can go back to bad real quick. So you always got to keep that happy medium, man. You always got to keep that happy medium. Man, I don't know what it is about green tea, man, but I love that shit with a little bit of raw clover honey in it. Yeah, man, that shit just hits. I know this is the morning brew and it's supposed to be coffee and shit like that, but I might have to start doing the green tea on a regular basis because it really just gets me flowing. Really, I'm a big rhythm person. It's like once I get in a rhythm, then I'm good. It's real easy for me to keep going once I get in that rhythm. But if you start fucking up my rhythm, man, it's like, no, shut this whole shit down. But yeah, man, it's just crazy over there. And I think that kind of goes with what we were already talking about this morning, trying to deal with certain situations and not getting too down on yourself, because I know how easy it is. Find shit to give yourself hope. Find shit to look forward to in the future. That's the biggest thing that helps me, is giving myself something to look forward to. So, because I know it's really easy to get caught up in the morning, or get caught up in the moment and get down on yourself. So don't do that. Don't do that, man. Wake up, start your morning off right. Start your morning off right. Whether that's a cup of coffee, a cup of green tea, you know. I don't know, man. I'm sitting here doing all this talking about fucking self improvement and shit like this, and I need to get in the gym for real. I've been procrastinating for like 3 months now. Paying for this damn gym membership and ain't even going. They didn't hit a lick on me and ain't had to provide no services. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, but the fucking weather finally warmed up, so I'm ecstatic about that. Went out yesterday. Well, we went to the spring game on Saturday. Went to the spring game on Saturday for Ohio State, and it ended up being a really nice day. Yesterday was a really nice day. I'm just glad that it's nice out, and hopefully it stays this fucking way, because I'm ready to put some shit on the grill and cook out. And I mean, speaking of shit to look forward to, I'm ready to let. And in Ohio, we be having such a long ass winter. It's like you gotta look forward to that shit for a while. Like that, all that cold really makes you appreciate the warm. So I'm just ready to put some shit on the grill, man. Sip a little something and just fucking enjoy the outdoors, because go on a fucking hike or some shit like that. Go to a park and just look at the different fucking flowers and the zoo. I love the fucking zoo, man. I love the zoo. I don't know what it is about the zoo. I think with the zoo, it's a lot of nostalgia, because I went there so much when I was a kid. So it's a lot of nostalgia for me. It's just a feel good place for me. But I love going to the zoo, man. It's just a good, it's just a good vibe at the zoo. You know, you just kick it, and they serve beer too. That's always a plus. They serve all that different kinds of beer at the zoo now. So yeah, man, I love it. I'm so glad that it's warm now. Hopefully it stays this way. Hopefully, hopefully we can do some more outdoor episodes of the Morning Brew, because I know at Connect Coworks they have that outdoor patio. So me and Sarita already talked about doing a few episodes out there on that back patio. That's gonna be lit. I can't wait to do that. But it's gonna be a little shorter episode, guys. I got some stuff that I gotta take care of today, as far as weddings and going and working at Aldi and fucking finishing up taxes. And today's the last day for taxes. Like it's like I wake up and there's just a whole fucking buffet of shit ready for me to take care of. But it's cool, man. It keeps me busy, keeps my mind busy, and doesn't let me get in my own thoughts and get in that deep, dark state of thinking. But like I said, man, if you guys wasn't in here at the beginning of the show, don't get the message of the day, I guess you could call it. Don't get too down on yourself. If you're struggling financially, if you're struggling with your job or other opportunities, the money will come, the opportunities will come. Just keep your head down, keep on working, stay focused, keep grinding. It'll come. And and if you are in a bad situation and you're feeling a little down on yourself or depressed or whatever you want to call it, make sure that you make plans in the future to give yourself something to look forward to. Or even if it ain't plans, just something to look forward to in the future. Think about things in the future that you have to look forward to help you be optimistic or to help you be hopeful. But enjoy the rest of your guys' morning. Enjoy the rest of your guys' week. I will be on here tomorrow, though. So I'm going to try to get some guests on tomorrow, Wednesday. But like I said, May 14th, mark it on your calendar. We are going to have Sean Facione, Marion, Ohio native, who is now an assistant development coach at LSU. He will be on the podcast on May 14th. We just locked it in last night. Sure to be a good show, good episode, a lot of great conversation. I'm looking forward to catching back up with him. But like I said, guys, enjoy the rest of your morning. Appreciate you guys tuning in and have a blessed day.